Hello, 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 Jim here. 99 episode. 99 episode and it is vlog again and I have no idea for now. I probably will dedicate I will still consider having some topics, but they will be all more about me talking about myself and uncovering something that bothers me or something I think about. Playing into my second focus of the year, which was honesty, assertiveness, and all that. Being okay with being who I am. And I was listening to an awesome video a couple of days ago by the YouTube channel Healthy Gamer, which is an awesome psychologist, which I can relate a lot. And they had some interview about the person who was also focused on dating advice, on dating in general, and on advice, on going in, on self-improvement and all that. And I don't know why, for some reason I was really interested in that, and I got a lot of similarities. I don't know where I was going with this. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to record. Um, yeah, I thought a lot about this interview. Caused me to think about myself, about what is the version right now of me. Do I deserve all of the things that I want? Do I need to bust my ass to get me to the elite levels of my goals? And I probably do. Probably do need to put in a lot of effort. At the same time, my focus is on peace and honesty. And that means the bare minimum is not to bust my ass and go for it. Bare minimum is to show up and be okay with nothing going my way. That is the ultimate peace focus. That is the thing that trains this area of life. I wouldn't say that spiritual, it's more like the mindset, yeah. It's more like mind and feelings connection. There is some part of spirituality there as well, I would say. But yeah, being knowing that if you just show up, if you just exist and don't hide, don't run away from all of the things that you want in life, they will appear. Maybe that is the problem. I personally am a lucky person. Definitely I am. And a lot of things that I got in my life I got from other people. As I told before, these people I met, I chose to meet them. I chose to allow and accept what they wanted to give me after. I could have easily considered myself not worthy at that moment and run away. But I had the courage to accept the things that were given to me. And that is really important. I created the opportunities to show up by meeting those people, and I didn't run away from the luck that was given to me by those people. And that can be applied to anything else as well. At least that's what I plan to do. Really plan to do. I want to put in a lot of effort, but it is unsustainable over a long amount of time. Even now, after 2 weeks, I already feel exhausted. I was feeling exhausted for a long time already. I was on this on and off for a year and a half, maybe even 3 years if we consider everything, maybe even 5 years. And it's important to remember that if you stop worrying too much about time, like I have to meet this goal, I have to be enough, I have to be good at this, I have to get this result in a couple of months, in a year, in a couple of years, in specific amount of time, which is short. That can push you to, that can push me to do something harder. At the same time, it is so stressful that it may be the counterproductive thing sometimes. And the main thing is, it's not that important. This time spent, it's not that important. If it will be met eventually, does it really matter when? Well, if that's something really one of the basics of life, like having people around, having closeness to others, having an awesome sex life, I would consider that the basics as well as comfort and living, and even as important as sleep and food and something like that. It's really important. But the elite goals, which I want, which is having an amazing open relationship, having threesomes, having foursomes, and all that, this is not required, and that can wait. Then, if that can wait, all I'm left with right now to focus on is the basics. Being around people, being around girls, communicating with them, learning that. Because I like that as well. And by communicating with them, I get some attention, some validation from them, even if we don't have sex after. That covers it a little bit. Building friendships as well. For some reason, maybe that's still tied to all the attention seeking from girls. For some reason, I don't want to build friendships with men, but with women, it's really easy. When I drop this idea that if I won't have sex, it will be painful for me to keep in contact, it's actually pretty fun to have friends which are female. Getting this feminine energy and just communicating, I love it much more. There is also many things that I can learn from there. I don't know why friendships with men don't interest me at all. Do I still can somehow attach friendships to attraction some way? That may be the case. Hmm. Yeah, that's a good, interesting thing to think about later. But for now, it is the focus is to answer that message The second focus is to try to be okay as I am right now, while still keeping in mind what I want, and while still focusing on it, while still making steps to get experience, to be better, to be more okay with the things that I want. To, as one of my goals still states to this moment, and I don't think I've reached it yet, learn to totally accept me and my desires. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, acceptance. Acceptance of current reality as not an unchangeable thing, but just as a current reality, as a current version, which is enough, and which version doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. As Andy said to me in one of the interviews, which was really amazing. You don't have to prove anything, you already proved it. And that is true. I just need to embrace that and know that my life will be okay no matter what. And I don't need to prove anything to anyone, even to myself, to know that to get to some next level, it is already enough. Everything else is a bonus. Bonus is great, but bonus can wait, and I can be patient with that as well. And for now, just focus on being around people, around girls, and honestly talking what I feel. That's gonna be it. I'm glad I have this opportunity to talk about everything of my life on camera. I don't believe anyone will watch this specifically. I really don't. Especially after a couple of months if I will still keep doing vlogs only. Not only, but mostly. But it's a good outlet. It's still the possibility for someone to see my thoughts. It's still something to be open about. It feels like I'm opening up. And that's what I wanted to practice as well. As I said, second focus of the year. So this project finally ties into three main focuses in my life. My business stuff, which is just something I want to do. It's just a practice. Second is honesty and being open. And first, being okay with everything, feeling peaceful, finding joy in everyday things. Which I think I'm having fun with this right now. Recording this and putting them for the possibility for someone to see. Practicing being open and independent of outcome. So that's gonna be fun. But that's gonna be it. Signing off.